Hi, Mark Parquette here from MLB DFS Weather.com. It's Saturday, July 16th. And before I get into the details of the weather, I wanted to show you something where I believe I add value for you DFSers out there. Let me show you something. This is from my tweet deck, MLB DFS Weather. Yesterday, the Cubs played an afternoon game against the Rangers. I have a season-long Yahoo league that I've been in for 10, 15 years. And anyways, you may have noticed that Yahoo, I know FanDuel does the same thing, has weather icons right besides the games that helps you try to determine if it's going to rain or not. Well, anyways, the Cubs game yesterday afternoon had a red cloud with rain coming out of it. So maybe without looking into the details too much, you would say, oh, this is a game I should avoid because it's going to rain. If you really looked in detail, and I did click on it, and it just said showers. Kind of generic. Really didn't tell you when the showers were going to be, if they're going to last all game, what was going to happen. I showed radar of right as the game was starting, a few showers around. That was it. And I actually ended up going to a restaurant with my wife, having an adult beverage, and watching the Cubs game on TV. It started raining lightly but steadily about the 8th inning, and they were able to finish the game with no problems. Before then, it hadn't rained at all. The point is this is where I add value. A generic icon doesn't really tell you too much. It doesn't help you out when it comes to your plans. You could just gloss over it and say, hey, look, it's going to rain. I'm going to avoid this game. My point is that that's not the right thing to do. That my forecast adds values. You would have known that there is no worry about a postponement or delay if you had listened to me. And I know a lot of you do. And that's the value that I'm trying to provide here. That you may just look at the Yahoo and the FanDuel and say, you know, they're doing your job for you. I'm telling you, I do my job better than that they can do. I know where those forecasts come from. I've worked in this industry for 10 years. I know I beat those forecasts all the time. Enough about me tooting my own horn now, okay? It is a Saturday, and you can find my forecast up at Daily Fantasy Cafe, and you'll see my reports throughout the day, my updates at DF Cafe on Twitter. Again, today is a day where I'm not calling for any postponement threats. There is going to be some rain in some areas, but I don't think it's going to be steady or heavy enough to cause a postponement. I do have delay threats in Washington, Philly, and Atlanta. And I also have some other smaller delay threats, but I'll go game by game with them. First is the Yankees and Red Sox this afternoon. You can see there's a few showers and thunderstorms around. More likely than not, they'll be able to get this game in. I believe I have this delay percentage at 10%. Just looking at this, it may be slightly higher than that, but they'll get this game in. No problem here. Pittsburgh at Washington, I already mentioned that game up above. I do this has a slightly higher threat, and I believe this is an evening game. Yeah, that's a 7:05 start. There'll be showers and thunderstorms around. It's a humid atmosphere. There's going to be some showers and thunderstorms around. We'll just have to keep an eye on it and see that make sure that they get out in time, and there's nothing else that pops out ahead of it. Mets and Phillies is the same atmosphere as basically the Yankees and the Nationals. There will be some showers and thunderstorms around. I do not think it's going to be a postponement. I have that as a 20% delay threat. That looks good. It's probably less of a threat than Washington, but more of a threat than New York City, so I like that. Cleveland at Minnesota. We have this line of severe thunderstorm that's forecast to come into or start sweeping into the Minneapolis region late tonight. This is a 10 p.m. Simulated radar. 10 p.m. is 2 hours after the game starts. I believe it's an 8 o'clock game. Again, I'm just scrolling up to take a look at it. Actually, it's a 7:10 p.m. start. So unless this thing really speeds up or something pops out ahead of it, this game should be fine as well. Colorado and Atlanta is probably the game with the most risk today. This is the remains of an old cold front, and It's kind of the focal point for some showers and thunderstorms development. Certainly not a washout, not going to rain the whole afternoon and evening, but it will likely rain at some point, and that may cause a delay. I believe I have that as a 35% delay percentage, not postponement. I think they will play here. Delay is more likely. That covers all the games that have some rain issues. Again, as always, the other service I provide that beats Yahoo or FanDuel, the forecast, is telling you where the good hitting environments are and where the poor hitting environments are. Poor hitting environments, we'll start there. Dome in Tampa Bay. Oakland is a big park with high air density. It's cool and dry. That helps the pitcher. And Seattle is also same type of thing. Big park, cool and dry. Those all favor the pitcher. St. Louis, the wind is blowing in, and it's relatively coolish for at least for July and dry. I like all the hitting environments along the East Coast, the Phillies, the Yankees, the Nationals. Warm and humid, the ball will carry there. Cubs, sort of the same thing, afternoon game, so right away you got a little bit of a boost because it's warmer in the afternoon than it is in the evening, though it's certainly not hot for Chicago standards for mid-July. Arizona, even with the roof closed, which it will be, that's always a good hitting park. And last but not least, we got Atlanta. Mentioned the showers and thunderstorms around there. It's going to be warm. It's going to be humid. That helps the batter out. That's what I got for you today. Again, follow me throughout the day on Twitter, DF Cafe. My post is in the forums on Daily Fantasy Cafe. But if you head on over to MLB DFS Weather, if you saw that, what we do now, and this just started yesterday, on the days that I am posted on Daily Fantasy Cafe, you can still find my charts up here, and then it has the link to go to either the Twitter account for DF Cafe or the forum post. That's it for you today. Have a good one. Good luck, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.